Soft piano music fades in, camera zooms on a classroom full of laughter and whispers. A new girl sits quietly at her desk, brushing her long silky hair. The bell rings and the teacher steps out for a moment. Suddenly, the whispers turn to cruel giggles. A pair of scissors gleams under the sunlight. You never forget the moment the world decides to humiliate you. For Emma, it was the day her hair, her pride, her comfort, her identity, was stolen in front of everyone. But what they didn't know was that this moment would change everything. Stay till the end. Because what Emma did next didn't just silence her bullies, it inspired an entire school. Emma sat in the corner of her new classroom, clutching her notebook like it was armor. It was her third school in 2 years. Her family moved often because her dad was in the army. Every time she finally made friends, it was time to leave again. This time, she promised herself she wouldn't try too hard. Her long, chestnut brown hair was the one thing she never changed. It reminded her of her late mom, who used to braid it every morning before school. Every strand carried a memory, every lock a whisper of love. When Emma walked into the new class that morning, the whispers started instantly. Look at her, she's so quiet. Why does she dress like that? She thinks she's better than us. The trio behind it all, Leela, Sophie, and Tara, were known as the Crown Girls. Always together, always judging, and always finding a target. At first, Emma ignored them. She focused on her studies, spent lunch reading under the old oak tree, and smiled politely when teachers asked how she was settling in. But bullies don't stop when you ignore them. They get louder. Every day, it got worse. They'd accidentally spill juice near her bag. They'd mock her accent. They'd laugh when she raised her hand in class. Still, Emma stayed calm. Her dad always said, "You don't have to fight to be strong, Em. Sometimes silence is power." But that silence broke one Tuesday afternoon. The teacher had stepped out for a few minutes during art class. Emma was sketching a portrait of her mom. The sunlight hit her hair, making it shimmer. That's when Leela whispered to Sophie with a smirk, "Let's give her a new look." Before Emma could turn around, a pair of cold scissors flashed behind her. A chunk of her long, beautiful hair fell to the floor. The room went silent. Then came the laughter. Leela grinned, holding the hair up like a trophy. "Oops, guess you needed a trim." Emma froze, her hands trembled. Her chest tightened as the laughter echoed around her. Tears blurred her vision, but she refused to cry. Not in front of them, not like this. When the teacher returned, everyone was silent, except the sound of Emma quietly packing her things. She didn't look back. She didn't say a word. She just walked out. That afternoon, she locked herself in her room, staring at the broken strands in her hand. Her father knocked softly. "Sweetheart, talk to me." Through the door, she whispered, "They took Mom away again, Dad." That night, Emma made a decision. She wasn't going to hide anymore. The next morning, everyone expected Emma not to show up. But when the door opened, she walked in, her head held high, her hair cut short, even on both sides, and her eyes burning with quiet strength. There were whispers again, but this time they weren't mocking. People didn't know what to say. She wasn't hiding. She wasn't crying. She looked brave. Leela leaned toward Sophie. "What is she doing?" Trying to act tough. But Emma didn't glance at them. Instead, when the teacher asked for volunteers for the upcoming kindness campaign project, Emma raised her hand. She stood in front of the class and said, "I want to talk about something important. How small acts of cruelty can destroy someone's confidence, and how small acts of kindness can save it." The room fell completely silent. She spoke about how people never know what someone else is going through, how laughter can turn into wounds that never heal. Her voice shook, but her words were powerful. And when she finished, even the teacher was wiping away tears. Later that week, Emma's speech was posted on the school's official social media page, and it went viral. Students from other schools started sharing their own bullying stories under the hashtag #FigBeKenLikeEmma. Then something no one expected happened. Leela, Sophie, and Tara were called to the principal's office. But instead of punishment alone, the school counselor arranged something different, a conversation circle. For the first time, Emma and her bullies sat face to face. Leela looked down, her voice small. "I didn't think it would hurt you that much," she whispered. Emma replied softly, "You didn't think because you never tried to understand." It wasn't easy, but that day changed more than just Emma's life. The Crown Girls started volunteering with Emma for the kindness campaign. They even helped organize an anti-bullying assembly. Months later, Emma stood on the same stage she once feared walking into. With short hair and a wide smile, she shared her story. "They cut my hair to humiliate me," she said, "but all they did was make me stronger. Sometimes life cuts away parts of you, not to hurt you but to show you what you're made of." The crowd gave her a standing ovation. Even the bullies who once mocked her stood and clapped with tears in their eyes.